Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Memphis Motorsports Park, site to race number 13 of the NRSL Reebok Truck Series season. And no one's alongside me for this one, as it's done in an effort to try and get some of the races out for this weekend. On the front row today, Donovan Cage will lead us down to green alongside one of the dominant drivers of the season, although I say that, he's 7th in points, Joshua Hyatt. Michael Van Houten and Colin Zino make up an all-Chevy row 2, as well as Zino comes in as our points leader. Van Houten's third, we'll get to that in a moment. Lyle Austin, our highest Toyota in the field, star alongside Logan Williams. Matthew Eves and Cecily Gardner make up row 4, and James Ellison and Adam Flickinger make up row 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I go through the point standings, actually. Too much of an issue there with what I'm used to. Colin Zino, as I mentioned, is the points leader, coming in with a 111-point lead over Zach Flickinger. Michael Van Houten is third, 143 back. Those are the only drivers who could leave here as the points leader. I'm seeing us blank in fourth in points. I'm not sure what that's all about. Robnet Cower is fifth. Randy Kennedy is sixth. Joshua Hyatt is in 7th, Kyler Anderson 8th, Seb Kuklon, and Matthew Eves, the top 10. As the final row is Kyler Anderson and Brianna Chabot. So let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
And we'll have to wait and see. It looks like maybe some issues there with the 3. And yep, as he does not get going off the grid. Problems for the points leader. Good news is it's not going to be very long of a tow. As there goes the field by him. Now, will that outside line be able to catch up is going to be a good question. There goes Lyle Austin, now promoted up to row 2. And service being done for the number 3 as the pace truck pulls off, leaving the field under control of Donovan Cage. Zino has left, and we are green from Memphis. Van Houten's going to get a good start, knows that he needs to take advantage of this now with the 3's unfortunate issues early on already, but it does take the green flag. Lyle Austin tried to get down to the bottom, couldn't quite get there in front of Cecily Gardner. They're going to be almost 3 wide off turn 4. Matthew Eves nearly got the fence, keeps it out of the wall though. We'll see the inside line, not very good into turn number 1, but that is where the drivers want to be. Lyle Austin now clears. Van Houten is now kicked up to the high side as Logan Williams tries to fill that gap. Joshua Hyatt also falling back as here comes the 93 as well. Van Houten able to drive it down deep into turn number 1. Might be able to, he's going to have the jump on the 54 easily. But is now Chevy's 1, 2, 3, 4, and currently 5. But Adam Flickinger trying to take that spot away in the 56. More issues? No, that's just the pit stop. Okay. I thought I'd cleared that off. Apparently I hadn't. As Adam Flickinger now takes the 5th spot away from Joshua Hyatt, a 2-time winner this season in that 67 truck. And now Flickinger setting his sights on the 93 is Cecily Gardner. Top Toyota right now is Ben Cohen. He wants the 6th spot away from Hyatt now. Hyatt unable to drive it in as deep as 33 was, for example, because of the 56 in front of him. As down into turn 3, it looks like Ben Cohen's going to be able to clear the 33 this time. 3 wide right here. That is Ellison, Trevor Collins, and Lyle Austin on the outside. And that middle line works out really well there for James Ellison. He's going to try and take a spot away, maybe from Brooke Walbridge. Not able to quite get alongside into turn 3. Hyatt, meanwhile, has gone to the inside line now in 7th. The battle remains for the 10th spot here between the 45 and the 5. And Colin's going to get that spot into turn 1. Here comes Matthew Eves, a driver who struggled with engine issues in practice. He's now up in 12th as they fix that issue. Brooke Walbridge, though, going for the 7th spot on Hyatt. Catch my breath a little bit there. As Hyatt can't get to the bottom, now here comes Ellison. This is going to be for 8th spot. Meanwhile, Donovan Cage still holding down the lead as it's a KHI 1-2 right now for Cage and Van Houten. Where's their teammate, though, running? The 2 truck. Becca Goldberg right now stuck on that outside line back in 29th in the 3rd KHI Chevy. As trying to get some momentum down there into turn 1 using the outside line. There's JJ Ferguson, a driver who's struggled so far this season. 33rd in points for this 15 team. Not the very not good compared to their teammates, the 51 and the 09. Not sure why I use that terminology, but okay. Get back up towards the front here if we can. Show you through the field. Trevor Collins up the track. Might that open the door for Lyle Austin? No, it won't, as Hyatt hangs on to 9th still, as Chevys continue to dominate this top 10. Let's see, that is 7 of the top 10 right now currently are the bow ties. The exceptions are Adam Flickinger, Ben Cohen, and Trevor Collins. Where's our highest running Ford then? It's Brad Lewis right now in 17th, trying to fend off from Heidi Feynman, who is the 2nd highest running Dodge right now in the 36 truck. As Lewis all over Michael Collins, can't quite make a move yet into turn 3. Battle between the Toyota Racing teammates here, the 94 and 55. This is for 13th, but Eves is going to get the run into turn 1. Kind of calming down a little bit up front. We'll show you the back of the field. Brianna Chabot trying to make some moves now. James Ellison trying to pressure the 13 of Brooke Walbridge. This would be for the 7th spot here. Can't quite get the move started off of turn 4 yet. Not going to be able to get it into turn 1 either. Ben Cohen, meanwhile, making a move on Adam Flickinger. That is going to be for 5th. This should be easy enough to do here going into turn 3. Will that door stay open long enough for Brooke Walbridge to fill the hole? It might very well. Flickinger got a little bit too good of a run off of turn number 4, but it's going to work out in his favor into turn 1. Cecily Gardner now trying to take the 3rd spot away from Logan Williams. 93 has been a truck that has struggled at times this season. Comes into this one 36th in points for Cecily, at least on drivers. I think that's 35th in owners. Meanwhile, Logan Williams couldn't quite get the right drive into turn 1. 93 still there off turn 2. Nothing working yet. As for the 33, trying to fend off now from the 93, it looks like, as Gardner clears off of turn 4. So move the 93 up to 3rd. The SS Racing Chevy back down to 4th. Brooke Walbridge, though, now trying to get a spot away from the 30. This would be for 6th on if the 13 can get it done. And 30 a little bit high off turn 4, trying to keep it there. No, Walbridge is clear for 6th. Here comes Ellison now in the 95 with his teammate Joshua Hyatt behind him in the 67. As looks like the 56 is maybe thinking about a move on the 54. Ellison, though, is going to be able to clear for 7th. I think. Yep. Now can Hyatt follow through? Yes, he can. Going to get the move done here on the rookie, I think. Just a matter of when, not if. As Trevor Collins, I saw, was on the high line in turns 1 and 2 for no good reason. Lost him some time. Meanwhile, Hyatt does clear Ben Cohen. That is for the 8th spot now. Sets his sights once again on his teammate James Ellison, who's trying to size up a move on the 13 of Brooke Walbridge. Gardner trying to close in on the 33. Can't quite get it done there. Battle for second now heats up. Still half a second behind the 4 of Donovan Cage, who has led every lap from pole position so far today. Now Gardner up the track. Might be actually trying to help get a run for that 93. And not going to be able to do so yet. Show you a little bit farther back. Here we go. Matthew Eves trying to get a spot away from Lyle Austin. This is for 13th. Zach Flickinger's gone around this. Ricky Freeman Jr. making a move on his Ford teammate, Brad Lewis. This is all going on inside the top 20. Austin, I should say, gets the run into turn 1, keeps the spot on the 55. Meanwhile, Freeman has cleared the 66. It is Feynman, though, that is now the top running Ford today. John Silver obviously winning last weekend last time out for the Mittler brothers. Now Heidi Feynman trying to show what she can do inside of that team. And here comes Brad Lewis now trying to get the spot back from the 62. Can't quite get it done. Raging battle here is for the 27th spot as Kyler Anderson has worked his way up from 41st spot. He now takes the spot away from Kiara Miles. And that GameStop Chevy might be eyeing 26th spot as well, which is held by Daniel James now. Daniel can't quite get the run he would have liked into turn 1. That's going to allow the 79 to fill that hole at least for a little bit. Can't quite make the move stick. Now Kiara Miles might be eyeing a payback move at least. Can't quite get there. Rebecca Goldberg has fallen back to now 36th spot as James Shelley tries to get a spot away from the 35. Is this a 3-truck battle for 34th spot? Not where any of these drivers would have liked to be running today. Randy Kennedy, a winner this season at Lowesmore Speedway. James Shelley, obviously the winningest driver in the series. And then Rebecca Goldberg, obviously her teammates are up running 1-2 right now. So obviously there is speed inside of KHI here today, but Goldberg not able to really get the most of it. Battle between some of our Gorga home trucks right here. JJ Ferguson, Shohei Otani. You have Ryan Hill looking on as well in a fellow Toyota. Ferguson trying to get by for 23rd spot as Otani also trying to get by Cody McGurk maybe if he can get up there. 15 trying to use the bumper on the 17. Can't quite get there yet. A little bit of a lift for the 17 maybe off of turn 2. Can't quite make the move work. There is a battle up here, though, as Ricky Freeman Jr. has been kicked up to the high side. Michael Collins now on his inside there as the 50 trying to get the 17th spot away from the 62. Heidi Feynman's up here in 16th trying to break away from this battle. I think Feynman actually had to get around the 50 as well, so... As right now, nothing going, and looks like Collins should be able to clear. No, he can't yet. Now Collins setting his sights on the 36 of Heidi Feynman into turn number 3. Feynman shuts the door. But the 50 will clear the 62 off of turn 4, so move the 50 up to 17th spot now. This is another one of our Gorga home trucks so far. 41st in points for Michael Collins as Brad Lewis now makes a move on Ricky Freeman Jr. That is going to be for 18th spot. You can find battles almost anywhere on this track. It's just a matter of how well they've been set up. As now Freeman trying to get back to that inside line before Toby McCoy can make a move on that 30 in the 31 truck. Can't quite get there. Brad Lewis now all over the 50. Trying to size up a move there. Can't quite get it done. Figure we might as well talk about our points leader a little bit. Colin Zeno still running in 42nd, but is starting to catch some of the drivers at the rear of the field. Currently 12 and a half seconds back, but is running very comparable laps. In fact, actually better laps than our race leader right now. So Colin Zeno still right up there amongst the fastest drivers on track. James Ellison with the fastest lap today. And it's only going to be a matter of time here before Colin Zeno starts catching maybe the back of the field to try to get some of these points back for him, as Kyle Walker on the outside of Oriel Pollard for 37th spot. And Oriel Pollard gets the move done. Battle is now going on once again inside the top 10. It's the teammates, Joshua Hyatt, James Ellison battling for 7th. Meanwhile, Adam Flickinger's all over the back bumper of that 54 truck as well. Nothing working yet, and now Brooke Walbridge might have just moved the 56. I don't know. But either way, the battle's on for 5th as the 13's inside of the 56. But Flickinger's going to get the run into turn 1. So nothing going to happen on that move on this occasion. Meanwhile, Ellison now trying to take advantage of that. Can't quite get there on the 13, as it's now starting to be a logjam behind the 54 Logan Williams. The top 3 have escaped away from the front. Meanwhile, problems being reported on the 94. We'll have to wait and see if that's going to happen, and whether or not the 94 has to make a pit stop within the final 10 laps of this race. Brad Lewis, though, getting by Michael Collins. That is for 17th spot. Almost missed that. Heidi Feynman trying to pressure Kurt Walker for 15th. And here comes Joshua Hyatt looking for the 7th position now on James Ellison, and will get it off of turn number 4. Going to try and not go with any breaks here in the final 10 laps, as Hyatt all over Brooke Walbridge now, trying to get that 6th spot away from the 13. Meanwhile, the 54 is starting to close back in on the 93. And nothing going yet here, as Walbridge trying to get to the inside of the 56. Hyatt trying to get to the inside of the 13. It's going to be Walbridge that makes the move. I thought I saw caution lights on for a moment. I did not. As now Adam Flickinger in trouble, as the 13 is going to get by. And a weird brake check there for Adam Flickinger on the middle of the straightaway, and that's going to cost him 6th spot to Joshua Hyatt. As Hyatt fills the hole, and this should be an easy enough move for the driver of the 67 Chevy. Meanwhile, Van Houten almost trying to throw away the 1-2 finish here for KHI, as Cecily Gardner nearly made the move off turn 4. 5 to go. It is all Chevy 1 through 6 here today right now. The highest running Dodge in 7th. The highest Toyota is in 9th. And the highest Ford is in 16th. As Flickinger is going to try and make the move again on the 67. As Hyatt tried to get a move done on Walbridge, couldn't quite get there. As Zach Flickinger now throwing it into the inside of the 30 of Ben Cohen. That is for 9th. Cohen drives it in deep. This is the battle to be the top running Toyota today. You know that the factory team would love to have that honor, but it's not going to happen, as Zach Flickinger has to pull it in with fuel system issues. They couldn't get all the fuel to the pickup, and they're going to have to pit with 2 to go. Meanwhile, it is still looking good as a KHI 1-2. We haven't seen Donovan Cage at all today, because there hasn't been any point to show him. As now Brooke Walbridge, final lap underway. The 94 not going to get the run that they deserved. Colin Zeno has caught the rear of the field. It's going to be a free spot for him to get by that 94. But it was all Monster Energy Chevy today as coming through turns 3 and 4. Donovan Cage will win here at Memphis. And it is a KHI 1-2. Cecily Gardner, her career best finish in third, first top 5 of the year. As the top 10 today, Donovan Cage, Michael Van Houten, Cecily Gardner, Logan Williams, Brooke Walbridge, Adam Flickinger, Joshua Hyatt, James Ellison, Ben Cohen, and John Cena out of nowhere for a top 10 finish in the 80. Didn't mention him at all today, as is usual. Couldn't see him till that last lap. Trying to look to see if there would be anyone with maybe a career best finish, like as in first top 10 or something. Michael Collins was looking for it, almost got there. Kurt Walker could have been a career best finish for him in 14th, maybe. I'm not seeing anyone that leaps off of the page. Ben Cohen could have maybe tied his career best finish. It's only his second top 10 of the year. So that could be a career best finish for him in 9th. Yeah, I think that will do it for action here today. It was a quick one. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Congrats to Donovan Cage on the win. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. I'm Corin Fan1, and this has been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time. Oh, whoops. Got to show the bottom. Yeah.